Friends, are you looking for that perfect piece to put above your kitchen sink in that open space? I have got just the Dollar Tree Christmas DIY hack for you. Stay tuned and we're gonna make this garland and it's gonna be awesome. Let's see how we did it. Okay, friends, I'm just going to start by showing you all of the things that we need. First of all, we're going to need a tension rod. So my Dollar Tree did not have those. I had to snag that one from Walmart. I do think you can get them from Dollar General, but mine came from Walmart. Then you're going to need 2 of those small Christmas trees from Dollar Tree, a thing of ornaments, some sparkly addition leaves. They're just like little sprigs of like a Christmas tree limb. Then I got a couple of different colors of those ornaments that look like big lights. Love those. I think those are so dadgum cute. Then we are going to have 2 snowflakes. I did get 2. I only ended up using 1, but I wasn't sure what color I wanted, so I got 2. I got some of the Dollar Tree garland as well. And then I got 2 picks of those like silver glitter berries. I did have some zip ties, so I did not buy any of those from Dollar Tree, but I do know that they have them, and also a glue gun as well as scissors. Now, this is just for the decoration that we're making. I'm going to show you in just a second what we need for the bow. So what I did is I measured and made sure that my tension rod was long enough, like the size that I needed. And then I just take that garland there and I am going to wrap it tightly around my tension rod. I did this because I wasn't sure how thick the Christmas trees from Dollar Tree were going to be, like if you would be able to see the tension rod through the Christmas trees. So I wanted to make sure that the tension rod was kind of hidden. So that's why I got that garland. It is a thinner garland, but if you wrap it close enough like I did, I used the whole length of the garland, then you'll see that you cannot see that tension rod at all. And another little additional measure that I did is I just took some hot glue and I just put like little beads of hot glue on each end to secure the garland that I was using right there. That's probably an additional measure that's not really needed, but that's how it looks at the end. Then I'm going to take my Christmas trees. I'm going to get all of them out and disassemble. You'll see what I do here in just a second. They're kind of folded up, so it does take a minute to kind of get everything spruced out like we need to. But that little end down there where you put the Christmas tree legs, I just showed it to you there. You just take that and you unscrew it and it'll just pull right off. It did super easy for both of them. So then I'm just taking my trees and I am spreading them out. Now I'm not fluffing them out like a 360 circumference. I'm going to kind of lay the Christmas tree down on a flat surface and just kind of pull it out to the sides. You'll see how I do it right here. I'm just kind of arranging the branches and pulling it out to the sides. This does take me a minute. I'll speed through it in just a second, but I wanted you guys to see how I did it where it was not where I fluffed it all the way around, just pulled it out to the sides, kind of like an arrow, kind of think almost kind of like an arrow type situation here. Also, let me know what we think of this new angle for doing like Dollar Tree and crafting videos. It's not a bird's eye view, so you can't see like what my hands are doing and what I'm doing there, but you can kind of see more. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe 6 one way, half a dozen in another. So you guys let me know which view you like better. This kind of side view where I'm more in the shot, or the bird's eye view where it's like more close up and you don't really get that wide angle, but you can see what my hands are doing. So I've got that first one fluffed out. I placed it on just to kind of see what our placement was going to look like. Working on our second one right here. Again, just like the first one, just spreading the branches out to the side. That's what it's going to look like. And then kind of placing it to where the very top of the tree branch covers up that little gray knob on the tension rod. Now I'm taking the zip ties. This is where the zip ties come in. And I am sticking the zip tie on the underside, kind of through the garland on the tension rod, making sure everything's kind of covered again and placed where I want it to be. And I'm just going to zip tie our little Christmas tree to the tension rod. And I used black zip ties, but you can use probably whatever color you want. The clear or the black are probably going to be hidden better than a brighter color.
But you could always put an ornament or something right over top of that zip tie. So again, just placing and zip tying both of those trees, kind of making sure that they're spaced evenly apart. And there we have it. And then I'm just going to take the scissors and cut off our little zip tie tails there. Just super easy. And everything is secured and ready to go and ready for our next step. And that's what it's looking like. So far, so good. I'm so excited about how this turned out. I hope you guys love it too. Again, you can now just reposition the branches how you want them, making sure that everything's covered. Now we're taking our ornaments. I've cut all of the strings off of the ornaments, and I'm just going to kind of loosely place them to kind of start getting an idea of how it's going to look. You know, you always have an idea in your head of how something is going to turn out, but it maybe doesn't necessarily turn out that way when you're putting it together. So I always try to, and kind of like to play around with things, placement, position, colors, that type of thing before I secure anything down. And that's what I'm doing here, just trying to see if the vision that I had in my brain is actually going to come to life. And I think I'm liking everything so far. Again, just cutting off all of those ornament strings because we don't need them for this particular DIY. Now that I've got the ornaments kind of placed, I still haven't secured anything down. I'm going to take those glittered Christmas tree sprigs, kind of whatever you want to call it. I cannot remember the official name, but I'm going to start placing those in. Now, those are not a necessity. I just thought it kind of added another little level of sparkle, almost a little level of elegance there. It also adds some depth of color. As you can see, they're not the exact same color as the Christmas trees. So I just really, really, really liked the way that adding that little pop. There was 6 in the container. So I did 3 on each side. I just really liked what it added to the whole decoration as a whole. I got a little trouble with this one. So everything's going to fall off in just a second because, like I said, nothing was secure at this point, but that's okay. I finally am able to wiggle it in there. It did have a little bit of the stem sticking out when I get it in the final placement. You'll see, and all I did was just kind of wrap it around the pole. It was green as well, so you couldn't really see the stem at all. It didn't really matter. I didn't want to cut off that end. So I can just right here, just wrapping it around the pole, and it just blends right in. So again, I'm doing the same thing on the other side, just kind of trying to match my placement, like I said, kind of wanting things to be even on both sides. And then I'm taking our little silver berries, trying to pick the best ones. I got 2 picks. I ended up not needing both, but I grabbed 4 from each. Sorry, I grabbed 2 from each, so for 4 total. So we'll have 2 on each side. And now we've got our hot glue, and we're just going to start gluing some stuff down. Just remembering the placement that I did before. And just gluing all those pretty little ornaments on there. So here we go. My phone stopped recording at some point and I did not realize it. So we missed me doing everything else to our ornaments and to the decoration. What I did want to show you guys though was how I got those ornament clusters. I just got a zip tie and I got 3 ornaments, 1 of each color, and I just placed them on the zip tie like so, just kind of stringing it on there. And then I just turned the zip tie over and I zip tied it around the tension rod like that. And it created kind of like a little ornament cluster. So this is just me going through my bag of ribbon. I also did not buy any ribbon. And this is me showing it again just because I was so mad that you guys missed me making that. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. But again, it was just me gluing stuff down and reviewing placement. So it wasn't anything major. But anyway, I did not buy any ribbon from Dollar Tree because as you guys could see, I had an abundance, but I do know a lot of the ribbon that I have purchased from Dollar Tree. So you can use whatever ribbon that you already have, or if you want to go snag some from the Dollar Tree, I do know they have some. So I'm just taking this green wire right here. This is actually like a spool of like the twist ties that that come on like bread packages. This, y'all are gonna crack up. This came in my tomato steak like assembly that I got from this year, and I was like, well, this I can use this for ribbons. So I just saved it and put it in my ribbon bucket, my ribbon bag to use for making bows. So this is me just measuring out the tail of my bow. That little apparatus Scott made me a couple years ago when I started making bows. I love it so, so, so much. I can like move those pegs around into the different holes. I can make all kinds of different bows. On the bottom, I have like a ruler. I think it's up to 20 inches. But yeah, this is what I use to make my bows. And Scott, like I said, that was a DIY. He made that for me, and I think it turned out so good. I love it. I've made so many bows with it. So I've got the little tail. And again, this is just how I make bows. I know that there are tons of different options and different ways, but this is how I do it. So I just flip the ribbon over, and you can see I have 2 pegs there in the center, and I'm just sandwiching that ribbon in the center. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm using my ruler, and I'm counting how many inches down on each side I want the first bow to be. The first bow, it's like the first layer. I think I went 6 on each side because that space in the middle, you can kind of see it there on our decoration, is a little bit big. So I wanted to make sure it was covered. So again, I'm just turning that ribbon in the center, kind of twisting it so that the design is on both sides. And again, I'm just counting down. I've twisted my ribbon, and I'm marking where it needs to be. And this is how I make my bows. It's super duper easy peas. The hardest part is like holding everything down and making sure it stays, like the measurements stay where they're supposed to be. Once you get those first couple of loops done, it's pretty easy. But again, you just want to twist the center each time so that the design is on both sides of the bow. Making sure that your little loops stay even. There we go. You can kind of see me twisting it there. And just looping back and forth. You can do as many loops that makes your heart happy. I usually do 3 on each side because I usually do multiple different ribbons. So this will be my final loop for this ribbon. And then next up, I'm going to use that stocking ribbon that I got from Sam's. I snagged that this year. It was so much ribbon. Like, I've made so many things with that ribbon, and I still have so much left. So I definitely wanted to do like a stocking Santa Claus type thing. I thought that kind of went together. And then I liked that the plaid kind of tied all of the colors in the decoration together. So again, just looping back and forth. I made these loops. I think the other one was 6 inches each side. I think I made the stockings 4 inches each side, and then this plaid right here, I did 2 inches each side. And I just did a little, just like a little pop of the plaid so you can see it. So now I'm just pulling out my ribbon with my wire. Everything should be together. And I just kind of twist the ribbon over the center, not the ribbon, sorry, the wire. I twist the wire over the center of the bow right there to the back where I pull it as tight as I can and then just twist it around and around and around and around to make sure it is tight and secure. Just kind of checking to make sure I like the way, like how tight it is. I always want to make sure that it's tight so I can kind of move those loops and get them positioned where I want, but I won't be destroying the ribbon. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It's flat still. So now I'm going to grab the red ornament. Remember I had the red and the silver, but I did go with the red, and I'm just super gluing that in the middle of our bow right there. You know, you can of course do like a loop in the center if you want to. That is completely fine. I just really liked adding that big snowflake in the center. I thought it was just so cute. Just hot gluing that and making sure that it dries before I start messing with it. And now I am just pulling my loops. I usually do like one in the center because I do 3 on each side. There's one in the center, and then I pull 2 to the sides. And I do that on both sides for all 3 sets of ribbon that I did in our bow. You can kind of see it here. I pull it to that side and twist it a little bit. I pull the other one to the other side and twist it, and then I've got that one in the center. Then I'm moving on to the stockings, and I do the exact same thing, just making sure it pulls out so you can see everything. And then lastly, you have the plaid. And there is our bow. I'm obsessed with how the bow turned out. Oh, it's so pretty. I think it turned out so pretty. Let me know what you guys think. So now I'm just placing down the bow in the middle of our decoration. I want to make sure that it's very centered. I'm getting my twist tie that I'm going to use to secure the bow to the decoration. I'm going to flip it over carefully. And I'm just going to twist it around just like I did to secure the bow. I'm going to pull it real tight, and then I'm just going to twist and twist and twist. And then ta-da.
Okay, there it is. I absolutely love the way that this turned out. I'm going to give us a close-up shot. Look, I'm so happy with how the bow did. And that's how it looks. Super fun, super easy, Dollar Tree DIY. I put it above our kitchen sink, but if you've got any open space like this and you've got a tension rod, you can put it anywhere. I hope you enjoyed, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.